No brakes, all gas. Now watch me boss up. Blockchain's future, yeah, we stacking up the blocks. While they sleeping on the tech, we be breaking all the locks. Started from the vision, now we running with precision. Oracle's automation, man, we changing the division. Multi-VM flex, ain't no stopping the ignition. Cross-chain communication, now we breaking competition. Super going rise, yeah, we climbing through the ranks. Supply locked tight, ain't no dumping in the banks. Taking L1 higher, ecosystem fire while the others getting wrecked. Super only getting flyer. Supra, we don't play no games. Fastest, strongest, breaking all the chains. Bullish on the tech, yeah, the future look the same. Say the name, Super running through the veins. They talk decentralization,
Supra running through the veins indeed. Good afternoon, good evening, or good morning, wherever you are in the world. Welcome to this very unique AMA. It's an ICO 2.0 AMA. And today's AMA is with Dexlyn. We have Jay Kapoor with us from Dexlyn, and it's going to be a really, really deep dive into what they're going to bring to Supra, what they have on offer, all the details you need to know about their token, how you can get involved, when it goes live. It's all happening right here. Jay, welcome to the live stream, man. It's great to have you with us.
Yeah, good to be here, man. Thanks for having me.
I mean, Dexlyn is crazy right now. And also, welcome to Josh. Josh, I see that you're earlier than expected. Of course, Josh with us, CEO of Supra. And it's a privilege to have teams like Dexlyn deploy their dApps on the Supra L1. And for us at Supra to be creating a common fund platform where companies and projects like Dexlyn can come and launch their tokens and their dApps is a real great opportunity. So Josh, you must be excited as well, and good to have you on the show, man.
Yeah, I was just caught up in some other meetings and it was like back to back. So apologies for being a couple minutes late there. I usually like to be right on time. Jay, we love what you guys are doing at Dexlyn. You were one of the first people to deploy, give Supra a chance. So very happy to support you. We've known you for must be over a year at this stage, you know. So yeah, it's really great to have you with us, and I'm here to also. I have some questions for you as well, and let's jump in though. Yeah.
Let's go straight in, Jay. First things first. What we want to know is when can users expect to invest and be part of the sale that Dexlyn is going to be offering on Common Fund? We have a date. I want you to be the one to break the news first.
Okay, so we're starting with the alpha. Okay, Dexlyn's sale goes live on November 10th. I believe the time is 8 a.m. Pacific time. That's when the sale is happening. It'll be ongoing from 10th to 14th. The first, certain duration will be allocated for Citadel investors, and then subsequently it'll be open for everyone to invest.
Yeah, so a big shout out to all the Citadel community. Those of you that have contributed into those Citadel vaults, amazing support to see you lock up that Supra. And of course, in return, you're getting up to 15% APR over the 4 months that you locked up. At last count, we were just over 600 million Supra locked up in the Citadel vaults. And because of your support, you guys are going to get early opportunities to contribute to the Dexlyn sale. So that opens, there you go, guys. Monday.
It looks like we had some technical difficulty there. I'll just jump in here. First of all, the folks that are in the Citadel vaults, right? You guys, that's part of the deal here. You get first dibs. Jay, I don't know what discount is planned. I don't know if that's announced yet, but the first 3 days will be the Citadel folks. And then, hey, James, welcome back. And then after that, will be kind of just open to anyone. Will we talk about the discount being offered to the Citadel folks? Or if it's not announced yet, you don't have to say anything, but there will be some sort of program, right?
I mean, let's announce, right? So we are going to be offering a 15% discount for all Citadel users. So, those users who've been with the community have, seen the journey, get benefit of, being early there. So, 15% discount for Citadel users.
That's great. So I don't have that much time to play with all the dApps on Supra. but I have poked around on the recently launched perp decks. Of course, your other kind of product lines and such. You guys have a lot. Maybe it'd be great for everyone to just discuss. And James, maybe I'm taking over the interview. Sorry if I'm stepping on some of your questions.
No, that's all good, man.
I'm just genuinely interested to talk about some of the product updates that you guys have just launched, whether it's perp decks, but also the changes to just regular spot decks, and what does like concentrated liquidity mean, so on and so forth. We'd love to kind of hear your point of view.
Yeah, I mean, as you know, the perp decks just went live on mainnet, and we got some very awesome response on testnet and on mainnet. I think we've done about 450K in notional volume already. So it's been it's been a nice response there as well. And we're all geared up because we started as with the vision of being the core DeFi engine for Supra, right? And perpetuals was just kind of the beginning there. But even in perpetuals, we want to offer more pairs. We want to have commodities, forex pairs. So a lot more is going to be coming on perpetuals as well. Plus, there's always so many interesting use cases of Autify that we can't wait to share with the users, that we've been playing around with internally and thinking how it fits within the larger DXLYN ecosystem. So yeah, that's I think limited to perpetuals. But apart from that, as you know, we also have a concentrated liquidity dex coming up, which basically, just high level overview. The basic value it creates is it helps users maximize the returns that they are getting on every dollar of their liquidity that has been added. With tighter ranges, you can kind of ensure that your liquidity is always being utilized in active price ranges. So that is also coming up on mainnet super soon. And apart from that, obviously with the token launch, we also have a vote escrow model for Dexlyn token, right? So an entire dashboard where users can manage their holdings, lock Dexlyn to get Dexlyn. I'm sure we're going to get into all of this a lot more in detail later. But yeah, all that is on the roadmap as well. So a lot of things are already live and a lot more coming soon.
Okay, great. So for the perp decks, right, which you guys is like brand new, like I think just like a day and a half or so. What's really interesting about it is these markets are powered by the Oracle price sheet, and Supra has like 600 data pairs already. So you mentioned commodities, so I imagine you guys will be rolling out like gold, perps on gold, perps on FX, foreign exchange, perps on anything you can get a price feed on. So that's going to be exciting. And then the other thing you mentioned, which piqued my interest, is you guys are looking into specifically AutoFi. Like maybe it could be auto top up, or like if I'm getting close to a liquidation price, to automatically kind of top it up so I don't get liquidated, or some other strategies there. This is just the beginning, and the nice thing is that I know that the Dexlyn team has been thinking very creatively around these things, and they have some great ideas up their sleeves. So I'm looking forward to seeing where you guys can really leverage the AutoStack tool, the AutoFi tool. And by the way, just so it knows, our automation version 2 is basically getting ready for the next deployment on the mainnet. There'll be more capacity, faster registration times, more capabilities, and we'll definitely kind of continue to brainstorm with your team, Jay, about AutoFi automation capabilities. So I'm looking forward to see what you guys build up.
Yeah, excited as well, man. Just can't wait for everyone to play around. It's been a while since we've been exploring these use cases. So yeah, good stuff.
So, Josh, Jay, the first thing I want to get into is actually showing users the Dexlyn platform. So I've asked you to get ready to share your screen. So if you don't mind just doing that for us. And this is for those of you that would have got the email today that's been sent out to our Supra audience and community. Those of you that might have seen a post on X and you haven't heard about Dexlyn, or you haven't seen Dexlyn, and you haven't actually seen what they're all about, then what we wanted to do is we wanted to show you exactly what Dexlyn has brought to the table already, what their DApp looks like. Their perpetual futures trading platform went live on mainnet just this week on Monday. And so that is something that we're going to show you as well. So how does the Dexlyn token fit into that DApp? We're going to tell you all about that later. For now, Jay, if you can share your screen for us, show us what Dexlyn looks like as it stands, man.
Yeah, let me go ahead and is my screen visible?
Not from there we go. We got it. Here we go.
Okay, perfect. Yeah, so as you can see, this is the landing site of the perps text. I'm just gonna connect my wallet here, and as you can see, the minimum here is 2 USD. So I can just simply go to the spot dex here, which I have opened, and I'm just gonna quickly swap here.
So that's the basic spot and swap dex for those that want to swap Supra into cash, into USDC, etc. What are the full pairs that you have on offer on that swap dex?
There are a ton of these, as you can see here. We have obviously Supra, some Solido pairs, and of course, we've been lucky enough to have a very vibrant community among meme coins. So there's a lot of those listed here as well. Obviously, Dexlyn is also home to Dex USDC, which is our bridged implementation of USDC on Ethereum. So yeah, a lot of tokens, a lot of liquidity moving around here. So as you can see now,
Amazing.
I should have the cash required to place the trade. So I'm just gonna place a small trade here with, I can play around with leverage. So I'm just gonna do a 150x.
150x trade.
Yeah. Degen mode, right? Yeah. So here I can see all the details that I provided. This is after necessary fees here. I can configure what price I want to, cut my losses and just move on. If there's, for disciplined traders, if they want to, update their take profit price, just book your profits and move on. You can do it here. You can, specify a percentage, or you could just enter a price. To do that, you get a confirmation screen. And at this point, the order is placed, and the way it works, it's completely decentralized. So the transaction gets submitted, and you can see it in the orders tab here. And within the next 5 to 10 seconds, the position gets opened. You can see all the details here as well as the transaction hash. And there you go.
And it's giving you live updates of your position as well, how you're doing, whether you're in profit, whether you're in loss, etc. Your percentage profit and loss, your actual cash value. Now, during your testnet phase, how did you find slippage? Were there a lot of missed executions on things like stop losses or take profits? Did that even happen? I'm just curious, is that something that people should be aware of, or are you guys finding that you're executing everything as planned?
Yeah, I mean, the way in general stop losses and limit orders work is the price that you specify is the trigger price. So obviously, this price is continuously changing, right? So the way our slippage settings works is from your trigger price. If the price has moved from 0.5%, for example, here what the default was, then you kind of the transaction gets cancelled automatically, obviously. But in the data that we noticed, because we have spent a lot of time in ensuring our execution speeds here, for the most part those slippage settings were not being triggered. But yeah, obviously that is something that we want the users to have to ensure that they're able to trade in the way that they want, despite it being a live market where prices are constantly being updated.
So users can basically be confident if they're setting a take profit or a stop loss, they could walk away. They could close the DApp or go have lunch, and if the price has moved significantly into that zone of their stop loss or their take profit, it would have executed automatically.
Yeah, correct. And even while your position is still ongoing, so if I later change my mind and I want to maybe increase the threshold of where I want to cut my losses, or where I want the position to just book the profit and move on, I can still do all of that here. If after opening the position, if I want to maybe add collateral, decrease my leverage here a little bit, I can do that as well. There's a few other settings here you can play around with as well. Obviously, we want to have maximum composability here, so that the users can get the best possible experience. And there's also all this data that you can check to ensure that you're always on the right side of trades. Your skew basically tells you which side the market is leaning from here. You obviously have some funding that keeps this price pegged close to this price. So yeah, there's a lot you can play around with. There's always if you don't want to contribute as traders and you want to earn like safe returns, you can always contribute in the liquidity vault here, where you supply some assets, you get your LP tokens which appreciate in value. And as you can see, we already have some APR of around 6.41% in the last couple of days. And yeah, it's nice. There's a lot of things you can play around with here. And obviously, moving forward, we are going to be adding a lot more pairs, a lot more features, and commodities, and Forex is something that we are really excited to add.
Yeah, that's really exciting as well. Going beyond just crypto, using the macroeconomic data feeds that Supra's Oracle is able to provide is actually really exciting. People are going to be wanting to trade gold at the moment. That's been popping off lately. So is that the first one? I got to ask, is that the first one that's going to go, or are you going to put some Forex pairs on first?
I think let's wait for the announcement on that, because there's a lot of things to be looked at here. But yeah, it's I'll just say it's going to be a lot sooner than we think when those Forex pairs and gold pairs are added.
Fair enough. No, fair enough. If you want to keep it, under wraps until the right time, that's understandable. Super Daddy has a question. I'm going to get to your question, Super Daddy. We're going to open this up to the floor a little bit later on. Few more questions I want to ask Jay as well. I'm going to give Josh an opportunity to ask some more questions as well. Maybe provide some insight and info from your side, Josh. But please, guys, drop your questions in the chat, and I'm going to get to as many as I possibly can, so that we can ask Jay the questions that are needed before the sale opens up on the 10th of November. Josh, any questions from your side so far, or anything else you want to add?
No, I think that the work you guys are doing is great. You actually are very prolific, from super name service to Dex, and are you guys going to build a lending protocol? Probably. I imagine you guys just build a continuous suite of different DeFi protocols and primitives and projects and such. This is, I just want to show the gratitude that you guys have stuck with us from the beginning, before we launched, and afterwards, and even now as we go through our growing pains. And it's exciting that you guys are really leveraging our tools, and I really like the fact that you're, as a super DApp, it's layer one, it's Oracle, it's going to be automation soon. It's the types of things, especially that I'm excited about, are to set automation rules based off of things even like threshold AI Oracle when that's ready. It could be market sentiment based, it could be real world event based, so on and so forth. So it's just the beginning, but I do think that Super DeFi is going to be in a very unique position. Just keep up the good work. Let's keep on grinding. Just make every day count.
Yeah. And it's been an awesome journey building on Supra. I mean, the team has been super reliable. The queries that we have, because it's obviously building on a new chain. It's definitely sometimes gets a little bit murky, and the team has been super helpful in resolving queries, providing support, and even providing additional things that weren't in the roadmap, just because we needed it. And it's been pretty awesome working with the Supra team here, and we definitely hope to contribute a lot more to the ecosystem.
Yeah, and you certainly are. I mean, the amount that you are contributing to the ecosystem is phenomenal. As Josh said, I think that super name service was one of the most exciting services that you guys first deployed, and within the entire ecosystem. So we love what you guys have added. All right, Jay, let's get into some details about the actual token, the sale, etc. Whatever details you are able to provide us, that would be great. But the first question is, I would love for you to just run through some of the utilities of the Dexlyn token, and to confirm, the Dexlyn token ticker, is that going to be DXLP or DXLN? And then run us through some of the utilities of the token.
Yeah, so the token ticker is going to be DXLYN. You know, so as I mentioned, the main utility is kind of comes from the vote escrow model here. And, it basically captures kind of utility, governance, and distribution all in one. And reward long-term holders. So the way it would work is you basically lock Dexlyn and you would receive V Dexlyn. Now, V Dexlyn holders get a share of the protocol fees and they have voting power. This voting power they can basically use to select pools where the new Dexlyn emissions are going to be driven. So apart from that, there'll also be functionalities where protocol will automatically buy back Dexlyn from open market, which would continually create a natural feedback loop and ensure that there's always constant pressure, so investors can be rest assured of their investment value. And capital losses, if any. So as you can see, this model kind of is designed to reward long-term holders, designed to reward conviction, and as well as it's our step towards being a lot more decentralized down the line.
Yeah, I mean, that is something that users are going to be very excited about. The fact that they can get a share of the platform's fees, the voting powers, and also your plans to buy back from the open market is also huge, man. All right, next up, what I'd love to know is how much is going to be available of the total supply. How much is going to be available for sale? That's the first part of that question. Or if you're able just to give us a breakdown. So how much is available of the total supply for sale? How much is going to go to marketing? How much is going to go to liquidity pools, etc. And you can just give us a percentage. Doesn't have to be a total amount. If you'd rather just give us a percentage, if you're able.
We've allocated about 1.5 percentage of the total initial supply to the public sale. And our tokenomics has been distributed in a way that around 20% of the tokens would be locked for within the foundation. For team, it's around 15% of the tokens. Obviously, closer to the launch, we'll be revealing a lot more details on this. But since you mentioned pools, so I also wanted to say here that right after launch, there will be a Dexlyn Dex USDC pool and a Dexlyn Supra pool on our spot Dex. So that also is within the Genesis liquidity allocation that we have planned. So all of these details we are going to be putting out for everyone to look at and go in a lot more detail very soon anyway. So yeah, that's a high level overview of the tokenomics.
Yeah, that was helpful, man. I know Josh has another meeting at the bottom half of the hour. Wherever you guys are in the world, I know that Jay, you are, I think, 3.5 hours ahead of me. Josh, for you right now, I think it's 8:27 p.m. You've got a meeting at 8:30 p.m. That's Josh, guys. He's having meetings at 8:30 p.m. And that's not even the end of his night. Josh, any final comments before you go, man?
Well, the Tokenicon and the details of Dexlyn, that'll be put up on Common Fund days before the event itself, right? I'd imagine.
Yep.
Best of luck.
Already currently being planned. Yep.
Yeah, this is a team that is very skilled, talented, aggressive, ambitious. They've been a pleasure to work with. We appreciate them choosing Super as their home. And yeah, I love that you guys are going to be doing buybacks. Super is also basically orientating ourselves to do buybacks across all the possible ways we can earn fees. And that's for another time. We'll focus on you today, though. Best of luck. I think that you guys are a great team, and I think you guys have a great product line and product sense. So we really appreciate it for contributing to the family. And yeah, have a great sale, guys. I should hop there. Got to get ready for my next call.
Cheers, Josh. Thanks for joining us, man. Josh Tobkin, of course, CEO of Supra. Okay, Jay, let's have a look if I've missed any questions here before we get into user questions. I tell you what, I'm going to ask you this one. How did Dexlyn actually get started? Like, who had the idea? Who was like, you know what? We want to build a DEX. We want to build a decentralized perps futures trading platform. Where did the idea start? Do you have an origin story that you can share with us?
Yeah, I mean, it would be really nice if there was like this one single point that I could tell you about that, we were sitting and we had this idea, like, let's go. But it kind of came in multiple conversations. We were playing around, looking into a lot more detail into move VMs, and Supra's tech kind of was definitely a highlight. And somewhere down the line, we came to the conclusion that, what if Supra had its own DeFi layer? Because there's definitely going to be speed, and that equals volume, right? So, most of the founding team members had built or worked with like DeFi protocols before. And we definitely saw a massive opportunity when Supra came along. And the idea was to basically capitalize on that. And it was a really attractive offering as an L1, because you had subsequent finality and multi-VM stack, and native bridging architecture, native oracles, verified randomness, and all of those things. For non-devs, it might sound something like it's just tough, but people who develop these things know that how important it is to have all of those things natively, and how much value it can add. So yeah, that also definitely factored into the decision here. And combining all of that, Dexlyn was born to kind of be the DeFi hub for Supra. And that's why we didn't stop at one product, and we continued to explore what more can be done here. We launched AMM. We're about to launch concentrated DEX. We launched perps. And even we modeled Supra as the launch pad. It's been a hell of a journey. And it's been really, really fun.
Yeah, a hell of a journey. It is. Like, just to give you guys, the audience, a bit of a sort of insight. I've been working with Jay a lot on the, in the DMs, trying to sort out a whole bunch of stuff. Their PBO missions are currently being updated right now. Jay's trying to handle that. Obviously, perps went live on mainnet on Monday. Then it's, hey, we need to announce your ICO. That's happening on the 10th of November, which is less than 10 days away. We need to do the AMA for that. Are you ready? So the guy is running and spinning. Dude, how many hours of sleep are you getting a night at the moment?
Not many, man. I have a calendar scheduled for after all these launches. So yeah, hoping to get some after. But yeah, it's fun though. Like all these teams that have been putting so much effort in ensuring that every facet of it, every little pixel on the user screen is just perfected. And it's kind of it's kind of their passion that kind of fuels me with energy as well. So it's kind of sleep deprived, but really, really fun.
Now, you mentioned earlier a lot of people work really hard to build these kind of dApps. I'd love to know how big your team is. Give us an insight into what's going on behind you. I mean, I can see a couple of people walking up and down in the office there. I mean, I know it's frosted glass, but we can see little shadows. Just like
Yeah.
every now and then you can probably see my cat and dog walking along my garden. But how big is the Dexlyn team? Who are some of the primary people that make all the cogs turn?
Yeah, so we're about a team of about 12. And, our structure is kind of very simple. Everyone is hands on. We have protocol strategists who basically, define economic models, incentive systems, and governance logic. There's also smart stack engineers basically building, move and solidity based smart contracts wherever required. There's engineers working on the front end aspect of the things, the dApp engineers crafting smooth and secure front ends. And obviously, building something like this requires a lot of testing, a lot of DevOps efforts, just managing everything being hosted properly. So, of course, there are those guys ensuring that every feature that is being developed is up to our standards, and it is being smoothly deployed for everyone to check out.
Yeah, you
So
guys have
yeah, it's
achieved a
a
lot. You've
yeah.
achieved an incredible amount with a 12 people team. And also, I mean, at the same time, it's not a small team. Like, it's a fairly solid startup. But the amount that you've achieved with that amount of people is incredible. Just a quick shout out to Super Daddy right now. I mentioned the people behind us in our various videos. He says he saw a lion walking here once. Good, nice one, Super Daddy.
Yeah,
I'll
he's paying
give you
attention, man.
guys. Yeah, he is paying attention. I'll give you guys a little insight into what is in this bush behind me on X sometime. Jay, before we get to user questions, my last question is this. Now, I know that you did say that you guys wanted to uh, build the DeFi layer of Supra. Is that the vision, or is there anything bigger? Does Dexlyn have a sort of big vision of this is where we want to go, this is what we want to achieve?
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of really simple. We wanted to be the core engine, core DeFi engine for Supra, a unified layer where users can trade, stake, launch, bridge seamlessly without ever having to leave their ecosystem, without having to compromise on decentralization. And I think that's where we started from, and then everyone on the team is like, okay, yeah, this is the vision, so how do we achieve this? And yeah, so we didn't want to do it through one protocol. We wanted to be the base layer for all DeFi activities. So yeah, that's why we kind of became modular in our architecture, and perps, CLMM, the bridge, the launchpad, SNS are all kind of facets of that long-term vision. So it's identity, it's activity, it's trading, it's staking, it's basically an entire DeFi layer on Supra.
Yeah, like an entire DeFi ecosystem that you guys are building. It's extraordinary how big an ecosystem already you've got. You've got the Super name service. Then you have the meme coins, which are now tradable on the Dex itself. I mean, it's really coming together, and it's still early days. All right, Jay, any final comments before I go to the user questions? And to those of you watching right now, drop them in the YouTube comments, drop them in the X comments, and I'll go through them and choose as many questions as I possibly can. Jay will answer to the best of his ability. Remember, these questions I'm choosing are live. So if he can't answer, then give the man grace. He will get back to you and make sure that all questions are addressed. So please, if you want to ask a question, drop it in the chat. Jay, anything else you want to add before we go to user questions?
Yeah, so I just wanted to mention that our core mission has always been to make DeFi fast and more accessible, and Supra is kind of where everything is, and that's if you believe in Supra, like you love what we're building because that's really what helps us bringing everyone's belief into actionable features and products. But yeah, super excited for the sale. For everyone in the community who hasn't checked out Perpstex yet, I would highly suggest to do so. We have a testnet where trading game is also still going on, which has a price pool of 200,000 Dexlyn. So yeah, testnet or mainnet, Perpstex on Dexlyn is where it's at.
Awesome, nice overview right there. Sort of summarizing what is available and what's about to happen as we get ready for the ICO. Of course, just a reminder, ICO 2.0. Of course, we explained all of that in our original AMA as we introduced Common Fund. Please go back and check that on YouTube. That's why often you'll hear me referring to it as ICO 2.0. Okay, Jay, here we go. Let's run through these. To my producer backstage, Nipun, I am going to start from the top and go down. So I'm going to start with this one, BB Ojit on YouTube, and also shout out to the YouTube commenters today. They've been very positive. Often people who have dreams of Lambos are commenting, so it's been very cool to see positive comments in YouTube today, so thank you. But BB Ojit asks this, Jay, after the Common Fund sale, are you able to share with us when you release the token and when is TGE?
So it will be right after the Common Fund sale. It won't be long before users can, directly go to Dexlyn and play around with the vote escrow Dexlyn model. The final dates are yet to be announced, so that is something I would like to say that watch our X. But it will not be long, and we are planning a couple of launches that will be announced soon that will help with this information.
All right, but that's cool that it's going to be soon after the sale. I think that
immediately after.
Oh, well, that's amazing. I mean,
Yeah,
that's yeah, but that's pretty exciting for those that are going to contribute. Danny Boy NZ, shout out to you, Danny Boy NZ. He is a really active member of the Super community. He's also an active contributor to the Super community via the Citadel, and involved in a number of the sales that have happened on Common Fund. His question is this: he wants to know, are there seed buyers, are there other investors apart from Common Fund investors in the Dexlyn token?
Currently, no. The public sale is going to be the first sale for Dexlyn token that is going to happen because from the beginning we have been bootstrapped, and the idea always was to be community driven, and we would like to avoid isolation wherever possible. So yeah, the public sale is the first sale, and there are no seed buyers currently.
Amazing. And I mean, I hope you don't mind me sharing this, but I actually have the privilege of seeing all your details before we put it live on the Common Fund page, and I can attest that that's one of the questions that we actually ask. Please name your investors. And he simply wrote there, Jay just wrote there, we're bootstrapped. So I can attest that what he's saying is ringing true to the answer. So fair question though, Danny Boy. DeFi Bandit on YouTube, Jay wants to know if the Dexlyn token is an FTO token. I think he's referring to the super liquid token, which was a fused token offering. I'm not sure if you would know about the Dexlyn token being an FTO token.
Not super aware on how the Fuse token offering works. Let me look into this maybe a little bit. But yeah, currently that is a very new terminology that is coming across to me. So no plans for that right now.
All right. Yeah, and that's fair. I also haven't seen any details around the sale of Dexlyn being an FTO, but if it is, of course, that's going to be made known ASAP. So just keep an eye out on all our media. Right. Next question. Moving down. Mahmoudul Hassan on X wants to know, when can we see Dexlyn swap in Dex Tools? When can we see Dexlyn swap in Dex Tools?
Yeah, so we have been, in communication with, both Dexlyn and, both of the teams. And, since we're already live on DeFi Llama, the idea was, after concentrated liquidity Dex goes live, we want to be integrated in a lot more dashboards like this with our updated, contract endpoints so that it covers both concentrated and current CPMM liquidity. So yeah, you can expect that within the next couple of months or so.
Awesome. A couple of new questions coming through. Very cool. I'm going to go back up to the top later, Napoon. Our producer there, going to keep going from that question from Mahmoudul. We move down to, there is a question about Super Liquid. Unfortunately, Josh is gone. And of course, this AMA is about Dexlyn, so we're going to stick to that. Global Blue says there's a lot of traffic in South Africa. Lol. No, that is not. Those sound effects are not from my side. That is from the busy city of where Jay is based. Now, next one, on-chain tokens. I don't know if that's something that's worth asking. I'm going to move on from that one. Sorry, Napoon. Mahmoudul, we have asked. Okay, this is the last question before we go back up to the top and get to the new questions. Super Daddy has a question about UX. So constructive question, if you like. But Super Daddy says, perps look and feel great, which I agree 100%. I'll be honest, I've used perps. I've played around with perps, especially on testnet, but I haven't used much of the spot swap decks as yet. Obviously, Super Daddy has. His question is, perps look and feel great. There are a few things that could be better UX-wise elsewhere in the app. Are there plans to update this?
Yeah, so I'm assuming that Super Daddy really likes Perps UX and wants the similar kind of UX across all of the Dexlyn products, correct? Yeah, so with every product that we launch, we kind of not only define from ground up how Dexlyn is supposed to feel while interacting for that particular product, but for across the entire ecosystem. And for us, it is really important to improve with user feedback. So yeah, man, whatever improvements that you feel like, you can hop onto our Telegram, hop onto our Discord, just drop in your thoughts. And yeah, definitely would love to work with the community to update and make the UX even more faster and smoother.
And also, just to say to Super Daddy, who is again active on X, another active X user, I can tell you that the Dexlyn team read their X. There's been many times where I haven't even said anything on Slack or Telegram, and I've just replied to a post on X, and they've replied immediately. So they're watching. So if you do have any feedback and you can't find where to make that feedback, you could go straight to X as well. Super Daddy also just wants to mention that he is building supradaps.com. I can't remember if we featured it on the sub, but we will, Super Daddy. And of course, Dexlyn are there. So if you want to see all the activity, all the details about Dexlyn, you can actually find it at supradaps.com. Here's a fun one. Okay, it's from Super Daddy again, but it's a fun one. I can't remember if we covered this on the sub. Jay, are you a Newcastle supporter? If so, what are your thoughts on Newcastle 2, Fulham 1?
Yeah, I mean that was a nice win by Newcastle. Not perfect, but I think exactly what they needed. I think there was one early goal from Murphy, and I didn't catch the entire match, but definitely if you're a Newcastle fan, that was an exciting one to watch.
So you're a Newcastle fan? I can't remember if we covered that on the sub. Apologies, brother.
I mean, I have the tendency to watch pretty much, every football match that's going on and off. So I don't watch matches entirely, but the first 10 minutes and the last 10 minutes, I am logged in. You know what
I
I
hear
mean?
I hear
So
you, right? Like those first and as long as you catch the end, because that's like where the drama really happens,
yeah.
as it did for me as a Fulham fan on Saturday, the 90th minute, the Fulham central defender Calvin Bassey giving the ball away. Anyway, Super Daddy, do not get me started on Fulham Football Club, brother.
Yeah, this will
Um,
go on for another hour then. Yeah.
and we got to let Jay get back to building Dexlyn, guys. Okay. Last question. I think. Let's have a look. Yeah, last question. It's a double up. It comes from another a user who's asked another question already. Danny Boy NZ, we have given a shout out. What a man! Danny Boy just wants to know how many users are using Dexlyn at the moment. Are you willing to share that? Will you work on marketing to onboard more? With the 200K Dexlyn for using the testnet, will this be paid out after TGE?
Yeah, so how many users are using Dexlyn? So, we see a lot of ranges for that, and we're super transparent. So you can go to SupraScan and check it out for yourself as well. But I think on a day-to-day basis, we get around 4 to 5K users, and
Wow.
we've gotten around. So I was just checking the numbers recently, and around 450K swaps, like 450K swaps, have already happened on Dexlyn. So we were about to hit like 500,000 swaps on Dexlyn. Of course, perps also, we've gotten a nice around 450K notional volume already, and we're super excited to see a lot more volume there as well. But obviously, like any product, we do have a lot of incentivized adoption plans for onboarding more users. And if you've looked into how our Dex works, the more users that there are, it's better for everyone. So that is going to be the goal, both long and short term. And to kind of answer the final question here, with 200K Dexlyn, will this be paid out after TGE? That is correct. It will be paid out after TGE. Final dates to be announced soon.
Awesome. I mean, that's like the perfect answer. Danny Boy couldn't have got a better answer. Amazing, Jay. You just keep impressing, brother. You really do. Jose, it's up to you from sunny South Africa, my friend. So I can tell you, someone actually once said, "Are you in Costa Rica, James?" In fact, on Monday, someone asked me, "Are you in Costa Rica?" So Jose, or Jose, however it is pronounced where you are, sir. Thanks for tuning in all the way from Costa Rica, sir. Jay, sir, what a week, what a month. Big day on Monday, the 10th of November. The Dexlyn sale opens on common.fund. That's the website. Lock it in, everyone. 8 a.m. Pacific time. So that's pretty late for the rest of the world. So it's almost like Monday night, depending on where you are. So make sure if you're a Citadel user, Monday, 8 a.m. Pacific time. Do the math on wherever that is in the world for you. Pacific time, of course, is west coast of USA. You just got to remember the Pacific Ocean. And then 48 hours later, it opens for the public. So if you are a Citadel user, you get 48 hours to contribute to the sale. You get 15% discount if you're locked in the Citadel. Unfortunately, the Citadel is now closed, but you get 15% discount on your Dexlyn tokens. And then 48 hours after that, it's open to the public. So don't miss it. Monday, 10 November. We'll keep you posted as well. Jay, thank you so much for making the time. Well done for what you're doing. You are absolutely killing it. We just love Dexlyn. We love what you guys are doing. And sir, any last comments before we wrap up?
Yeah, I mean, thank you for the support and those kind words. And yeah, super excited for the sale. Super excited for a lot more members joining the Dexlyn family, buying into Dexlyn token, and being part of our governance moving forward. So super excited to what the community has for us. Yeah. Just final closing thoughts. Again, I would like to repeat that perps on Dexlyn, especially testnet, give it a try, be a part of the 200K Dexlyn pool, and we'll see you during the sale.
Awesome, man. Well, dude, go get some sleep, please, if you're able. Big shout out to my boy Chase. Chase, I'll be same time, same place. Well, not actually same time, same place this tomorrow, right here for the Halloween special of the SUP. Chase, what are you coming as? We want to know, bro. Jay, Manazvi says that you need a good nap, so please get some rest. After you have done the sale, maybe go get yourself some rest. Go have a good nap. Go have a vacation. Take it easy. And all the best, brother. We'll catch you very, very soon.
Yeah, talk soon, man. Thanks for having me.
Cheers. Catch you guys tomorrow, 3 p.m. UTC for the SUP. Until then, peace.
No brakes, all gas. Now watch me boss up. Blockchain's future, yeah, we stacking up the blocks while they